Hey guys, Manga Unboxed here, back for another video, and today I'm doing a quite special video. It's my 100 subscribers special. I'm doing my Manga Collection video, and I just want to say thank you guys all for bringing me up to 100 subs. It's a big milestone for me, and I'm just really happy that I was able to get to 100 subs this quickly. The reason I didn't do my manga collection earlier is because I kind of set like a personal goal just to hit 100 subs without doing a manga collection, because I know manga collections do get a lot of views. No hate to anyone that did it before they reached what I'm at right now. It's just a personal goal I set for myself. So I've been collecting for about it's gonna be 4 months once it's October, because I've been collecting since June, and I've had a lot of crazy hauls to get where I am now. I also started off big because I had some savings to use. I'm probably at around like 300-ish volumes right now. I'm not quite totally sure the exact number, but it's like 300. And before I do this, I just want to apologize because the camera might be a bit shaky, but I'm just gonna try my best with what I have. So let's get into the manga. Okay guys, this is my Shonen shelf. It's basically all Shonen Jump. I guess Claymore is kind of a Seinen, but right now it's 100% Shonen Jump stuff. I have a lot of Shonen. I also have some Pops stacked on it, so let's just get into it. Okay, first off we have One Piece, volumes 1 to 46. One Piece is a great series. I just find it to be a little slow paced. East Blue was good in the second half, like once they got to the restaurant arc, Sanji's arc. But Baroque Works started off slow but was amazing. I loved it, like the last 4 or 5 volumes, even like the last 6 volumes, like basically half of it was like extremely good. I just finished reading Skypiea, and I hated Skypiea. It was boring. I just wasn't interested in it, and it had some exciting parts, but it just wasn't that good. I'm kind of waiting a little bit, because One Piece, it's like if you're reading One Piece, then you're always reading One Piece, and like you're always going to be reading like 1 or 2 series unless you're not reading One Piece. So I'm just taking a break until I get to Water 7, which I heard was really good. Next up we have Claymore. Claymore is a great action-packed Seinen. It's in Shonen Jump, but it's more of a Seinen. I've heard other people call it like the female version of Berserk. I haven't read my Berserk yet, but if I can kind of see it, because just from what I've heard. The art is pretty good. Like, the monsters are drawing great, the landscapes are great. It's just the character designs are kind of bad, because the characters' faces, they all kind of look the same, just with different hairstyles. I've heard other people with the same problem. But yeah, I love the spines on these. Next up we have Naruto 1 to 12, and down here 13 to 27 with my Jiraiya Pop. Naruto is a great action-packed shonen. I'm sure you know about Naruto. It's very popular. It's one of the main reasons like I got kind of seriously into anime and manga. It's a great series for me because it was like one of my first big ones. It kind of like really got me into the whole thing. So yeah, Naruto's great. Highly recommend it. The box sets are out. That's how I got 1 to 27. I won't be collecting Shippuden though, because I don't know, I just don't really feel like it. It's a lot of shelf space, and I just don't feel the need to. I kind of like got Naruto to test whether I liked manga or not, because I knew I loved the anime. So if I like the manga, then I like manga in general. Okay, next up we have Boruto. I actually haven't read Boruto yet. I watched like the first 30 episodes of the anime or so after I finished watching Naruto, and the anime was quite boring. I've heard that the manga was much better, so I'm excited to check that out. I'm kind of more checking it out to see where the Naruto characters are going. I'm not very interested in Boruto or Sarada or what is it, Mitsuki. But hopefully that it will grab my attention and it will be a good story and it would actually make me interested in the main cast of characters and not just have me waiting to see Naruto and Sasuke fighting and stuff. But yeah, it's on my to-read list because I love Naruto, as you know. So excited to check it out. Next up we have Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super. So let's just start off with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, it's a great series. The spines on all of these are great, just gotta say. Amazing. It's a great series, I love it. I have no nostalgia for any of the Dragon Ball series. So this is just just me liking it. It's not me just remembering it because I'm 13. I didn't watch it in 1980 or when did it come out? I forget. It's old. I think it came out in the 80s, but like the late 80s. But the fights are great in this series. It's kind of, I love Goku as an MC. I have his Goku Pop that's from Dragon Ball Super. I haven't even got to that point. But yeah, the fights are great in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. That's just what it's about. That's like why it's good. The story is actually pretty okay. I like the villains too. Piccolo is actually a villain in Dragon Ball, if you didn't know, because a lot of people just watch Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, Dragon Ball is great. And Dragon Ball Z, I like Dragon Ball Z way more than I like Dragon Ball. You heard I really like Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Z, the fights were just so good. They got me hyped up. They were amazing. Like all the power-ups, like they may seem kind of like, well, that doesn't really make sense. Like, it's not good writing, but it's just a fun read. It's just a good time to read. And I highly recommend it if you're into shonen battle manga or fighting shonen. If you're not really into that, I'd say just don't get it right now because you wouldn't enjoy it as much as you would if like you did enjoy that genre more. Next up we have Dragon Ball Super. Let me just move my Gohan pop out the way. Dragon Ball Super, I haven't read Dragon Ball Super yet. I want to because as you know, I love the Dragon Ball series, like I just said. But I'm not so sure if I'll like it, so I'm not going to pick up anything more before I read any. I know I do have 4 volumes, which is quite a bit for not being so sure about it, but I want to test it out because it looks cool. There's so many more power-ups that I'm excited to see, but yeah, I want to just dive further into the Dragon Ball series. And next up we have one of my favorites, the Promised Neverland. One thing that bothers me a lot about this is like you see they're kind of misprinted a bit, so like right there on volume 5, like it comes onto the spine a bit, like it's 10, 11, 13 is pretty bad. But yeah, and also there's the old Shonen Jump logo on just volume 10, which I've seen a lot of people have that green Shonen Jump logo on just volume 10. It's crazy on Reddit. I guess they're just printed much more on the volume 10 with the old Jump logo or something, or it's just more available on volume 10. But yeah, I love the Promised Neverland. It's a great seinen thriller series. It's shonen, but it's kind of seinen-ish. I think if they were still doing the Shonen Jump Advanced, I think it would be in that. But it's just great. Pick it up. Like it's not really a battle manga. There is more action after the first like arc, which is the first like 4 volumes and like 2 chapters into volume 5. And there's more action then. But the first arc is purely just psychological mind games, like trying to outwit each other. I highly recommend it. Pick it up. The first and second arc are amazing. The third arc, I'm actually really enjoying it. It's not quite as good, but it's still really good. and I'm excited to see the ending because I know it ended in Japan. So next up we have Jujutsu Kaisen. Let me move my Killua Funko Pop. Jujutsu Kaisen, I read it recently. It's one of my favorite shonen now. It's just so good. I'm excited to start watching the anime too. The power system is great. The characters are great. Gojo, or however you pronounce his name, that's my favorite character. He gives me like Kakashi vibes. This whole series so far is giving me a lot of like Naruto like vibes, like with Gojo and like lots of other characters. Like Maki is like 10-10. There's more, but I just forget. Like just the power system too, like cursed energy. It's kind of works in a similar way like chakra. And I just can't wait for this series to go further because I know it's gonna go far, and especially when the anime comes out, it's gonna blow up because it's already really hyped up. Like people are anticipating the anime, so I'm really excited for that. Let's go down to the bottom shelf. Also, I forgot to say, if you're more interested in Jujutsu Kaisen, I have a first impressions video on it on my channel. So if you want to check that out, you can. I go into more detail. But now let's go to the last shelf for my shonen shelf. Here we have Slam Dunk 1 to 31, but I'm missing 2 volumes, volumes 14 and 17. Volume 14 I'll probably just get in my next haul. But volume 17 is extremely rare right now. I think it's out of print or something. I just can't find it anywhere. Other people have the same problem. So yeah, that's a thing. I'll just kind of be patient with it. I have a lot of stuff to read, as you'll see in my collection, and as you've already seen. So yeah, I'll just kind of wait for it to come back, and if it doesn't, I can always just read it on the Shonen Jump app, which I have in reserve. But yeah, after watching Haikyuu, it really got me into the whole sports genre, and this is my first sports manga, and I've heard so many good things about it. Very excited to get into it. And it's also by Takehiko Inoue, who has great art. Haven't read anything else from him, but I've seen like pictures of Vagabond, and that's crazy. Next up we have One Punch Man, which I got in my last haul. I watched the anime, but I wanted to go further than the anime because I really love the anime. I watched it a long time ago too, so I don't really remember it so clearly, which is good because I kind of want to be more surprised when I read it, which I will. And the art on these is crazy. Like, this is some of the best cover art in my collection. Like, let me just pull out number 7. Like, look at that. And number 2. Like, it's amazing. Like just the art in this has just the detail. Sorry, I can't really get a good look at it with one hand. But yeah, let's just set these aside. But yeah, super excited to get into One Punch Man. Art is great. Looks like a great series. Let me just wipe this dust off. And yeah, next up we have Demon Slayer 1 to 5. The opposite of Dragon Ball Super. I want to get more Demon Slayer before I read it, so I can just kind of binge all of Demon Slayer. Not all of it, but like maybe once I get like 10 volumes, I'll be ready to like put it on my like to be read list, like seriously, because I have a lot to be read, so I'm not gonna be reading stuff that I only have 5 volumes of when there's like 16 volumes or something. I think 17 is out now. I'm not sure. But yeah, I might get some more this month, but I'm not totally sure. Next up we have Shaman King 1 to 5. Honestly, I just got this really cheap. So I just found it really cheap on Facebook Marketplace, so I just picked it up quickly because it was like $4 per volume. And that's crazy, especially for Shaman King. So I'll probably sell these. They have a little bit of yellowing on the top, but not that much. But yeah, because I'm just gonna wait for the omnibus to come out and get and start collecting those. But I'll probably sell these, so if you're interested, you can DM me on Instagram, but I'll probably throw them on Manga Swap on Reddit, because I'm sure someone will be interested in it. Because I haven't read it yet, because I don't really want to get into the series, because I don't want to have to like skirt, like just go around the whole internet trying to collect it. But next up we have Spy X Family. This series is very good. I feel like it's a little bit overhyped. Has some really clean covers. Oh, I took it out like a regular book. Yeah, it has some really clean covers. I got it in actually. But it's a great series. I recommend checking it out. It's new. There's only 2 volumes out right now. Not sure when the 3rd volume comes out, but I'll pick it up when it comes out. I have a first impressions video on it if you're interested more about Spy X Family, so check that out. Now let's go on to the next shelf. Okay guys, so now we're at the next shelf. This is kind of my like not Shonen Jump shelf. It has more Seinen series and just other types of genres. Like that one is more like battle, shonen manga, all that. But yeah, sadly I haven't read most of the stuff on this shelf because I've been reading a lot of shonen from my shonen shelf recently. This shelf is kind of small. It was kind of my starter shelf when I first started collecting, because I had no idea I was gonna collect this much, because I just thought I would get a few box sets or something. And I really wish that light switch wasn't there, because then I could have fit a nice Billy bookshelf there, but it's whatever. And up here I got the Akira art book and the Hisoka and Naruto vs Sasuke pop, along with the One Piece second box set poster. So now let's get into the manga. Okay, so first off we have Blam, or Blame, however you want to say it. These are the master editions, and it's a real shame because I got these in, I got the first one in my first haul on the channel, and I still haven't checked it out. It's just the master editions are a lot of money, and I'm just not feeling it right now. And I just have a lot of stuff to read, so I just don't feel like getting into something that I would have to like pick up a bunch of $20 volumes for. That's like $100 for 5 volumes. I'll probably get into it eventually because I do have expensive volumes like that in my collection, but there's stuff I'm more excited about. And talking about expensive volumes, let's get to Akira. Akira is probably my favorite, like, these are my favorite like books in my collection. Like, they're so nice. These are my favorite releases. I'm not saying it's my favorite manga. I'm just saying it's my favorite like releases right now, but it's gonna be in my top 10 probably, because right now I'm on the 5th one right here, and it's so good. It's so good, and I'm just really enjoying it. I'll make a review once I'm done. Next up we have Berserk, deluxe editions, volumes 1 to 4. The slow release schedule kind of makes me not want to read it right away. I'll probably, after I get the 5th one, I'll probably read it, because I heard that's when the Golden Age arc ends, and I heard that was really good. And these are super high quality, like probably as high quality as the Akira ones. Like this is like leathery, and it's just super nice. These are 3-in-1s. Next up we have Blade of the Immortal. I have the first 6 of these I got during the Right Stuff birthday sale, because it was a really good deal. Still expensive, but it was a really good deal. And I really want to get into this, but it's something I want to get into. But there's volume 7 is out of print right now. Dark Horse, really, come on, like, wow, why is it gotta be out of print? And the rest I think is in print, but I'll just probably wait to collect the rest of the series before I go on and start reading it, because I don't want to be stuck with a out of print, like read up to volume 6 and like have to pay a ton for volume 7, or just have to wait, because I don't really feel like reading scans like with Shonen Jump volumes, or I think there's a Viz app too, you can just read that on an app, but for this you kind of gotta get physically. Okay, going down to the next series, we have The Way of the House Husband volume 1. This is a very funny manga. I actually liked reading the first one a lot. I enjoyed it. And I was debating whether I should get it or not because it doesn't follow a plot. It's like just short stories. I think there's 4 volumes out now, but I actually might collect more of it because I enjoyed it, and that's just kind of that's what manga's all about. And I'll just see if I keep enjoying it, and I'll see if I want to still collect it after another like 2 volumes. Next up we have Vinland Saga 1 to 10. I don't have the 11th one yet, but I don't really need that one. Let me just switch positions. Okay, that's better. I don't really need the 11th one yet because I haven't started reading it. This is very high on my to be read list. I've heard nothing but great things about Vinland Saga. It's about Vikings, that's all I know. And I know it's very good, as I said, but super excited to get into this. It's one of like my most anticipated series to read, and I have high expectations for it. Next up we have All You Need Is Kill, this complete one-shot. It's that volume is the whole series. There's only 2 volumes, and it's very good. It's action-packed. It's by Takeshi Obata. He is the mangaka of Death Note, as you can see, Platinum Man, Takaro no Go, Bakuman. He's an artist. He didn't do everything else. I'm pretty sure All You Need Is Kill. This is the manga. It was adapted from a light novel, and also there's a movie about it with Tom Cruise. I think, haven't watched it. I think it's called like Edge of Tomorrow or something. But yeah, definitely check out All You Need Is Kill, especially if you're a beginner. It's only 2 volumes. I could just call it a one-shot because it's 1 book. And yeah, I would just check it out if you're a beginner, or if you're not a beginner, just read it. It's great. Next up we have Death Note, the Black Edition. These Black Editions are super nice. I haven't started Death Note. Everyone knows about Death Note. It's super popular. There's 3 ways to collect Death Note: the singles, the Black Editions, and the book. The singles also come in a box set, but I don't really like the spines, so I'm gonna go with the Black Editions. I already have more coming, and I plan to finish Death Note off this month, so you'll probably see that in my next haul video. Okay, next up we have Beastars volumes 1 to 8. Let me just sit down here because we're getting pretty low. So yeah, Beastars volumes 1 to 8. Beastars will actually probably be the next series I read because I've heard so many good things about it. I'm up to date with it, volumes 1 to 8. So that's really good, and I just want to check it out quickly because I just heard it was great. The art in the first two or 3 volumes, I kind of looked at it. It looked a little bit like kind of simple, and it didn't look great, but it's whatever because I think it gets better. Next up we have Rent a Girlfriend volumes 1 and 2. I know that the anime actually goes past Rent a Girlfriend, what's made right now, because I think there's 5 volumes ready for pre-order. These are the only 2 volumes that are actually released, and yeah, I'll probably just read it once I get those 5 volumes actually release and I have them, because I've heard so many great things about it. A lot of people are watching the anime, and I kind of want to hop on it soon. Next up we have Planetess by Makoto Yukimura, the same mangaka as Vinland Saga right there. And Planetess, I've read the first few chapters, and I kind of wasn't in the mood for it. It's kind of a very chill read, but it was definitely good. It was definitely good. I've heard lots of good things about it. These omnibus are super nice by Dark Horse. They have some color pages, and the covers are also really nice. But yeah, I'll probably just read it when I'm in a chill mood, when I'm kind of feeling it. Next up we have another one-shot manga, The God's Lie. this series is great. And it's not even a series, it's this one small volume. I read it all in one sitting because it's just one volume. It's by Vertical. And yeah, the cover is great. I'll actually show it. But yeah, it's about, I'm not even gonna say what it's about because it's such a short volume that it's kind of hard to give a synopsis without spoiling it. But it's kind of like a romance slice of life, and it's very good. If you're into that genre at all, I would highly recommend picking it up. It's very good. Next up, we have the last shelf, the bottom shelf. We have Uzumaki by Junji Ito. This release is so nice. Let me just pull it out. Look at that hardcover. It's so nice. The art in this is great. Actually, I don't want to show any of it because it might be kind of gory. Because if you know any Junji Ito stuff, his art is quite terrifying. It's not like super scary. It's just like disturbing. Like, I wasn't really scared reading it. I did enjoy it a lot. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10 in my monthly reading video. I think I underrated it because I enjoyed it a lot. I might get more Junji Ito stuff in the future, but I just have Uzumaki for now, his most popular work or book. Next up, we have A Silent Voice. A Silent Voice is probably one of my favorite series right now. I read it in 2 days, and it's so good. It's absolutely amazing. It's just great. I love it so much. It's about this deaf girl that gets bullied, and then the bully kind of gets affected a lot by it, and he kind of goes down a path of redemption, and they become friends. It has some romance aspects to it, but romance is not like the main theme. It's more slice of life, I would say. The story is great. Like, it's more of like a drama slice of life. I would just say the story is great. Everything about it is amazing. It just comes in this box set, which I got off Amazon, and I would highly recommend it, especially if you're into any of those genres, or even, I can't say even if you're not, because some people just won't like it. I liked it a lot because I'm also into those kinds of genres. But enough talking about that. Wait, actually, I want to say one more thing. If you watched the movie and you liked it, the manga's better. And if you're thinking about watching the movie, I would say read the manga first, because the manga is just a lot better, a lot more character development. 7 volumes can't fit into a movie so easily. Next up, we have Tomodachi Monsters. This is a 7 Seas one. It's like murderous Pokemon. I don't know what else to say about it. I haven't read it yet, but it is high on my to-be-read list. I'll probably just, on a day, like in between series, I'll just read it all in one day because it's only 3 volumes. They look pretty thin, and it looks like a fun read. Just looks like something I'd be interested in. I saw the video about it from East Coast Manga, and I just thought, I need that. I just wanted it because I love Pokemon, and it almost sounds kind of funny. It sounds brutal, but it sounds funny. Okay, so now let's go to the outro. Okay guys, so that's all for my manga collection. I say it's about 300 volumes. I think it is. Sorry for the finger in the way of the camera. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And again, big thank you for the 100 subs. I think right now we're at like 120 plus, which is crazy already. And the amount of support I had was crazy. On Instagram, my new Instagram account. Make sure to check that out because I made it. And not all my subscribers know about it because it was in a first impressions video, which not everyone watches because people like seeing the hauls. So, and if you're new here, please subscribe, like the video, and just tune in to my channel. I do manga content. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.